Hey everybody, this is Aylad, and in a second we're going to be streaming some Starmade. Alright, hey everybody. Here I am back in my single player creative world where I've been working on my mining ship. I've got a little bit going on this time that didn't have ready when I streamed 2 weeks ago now. I can't remember when the last time I streamed was. Maybe it's just 1 week. I don't know. So yeah, over there is the ship that I've been working on all this time. Here's the old version that I'm sort of replacing, rebuilding. And right here we have a little escape pod. Very simple, very, very bare bones. But I wanted to kind of show you a little bit about it. Show you what it can do, which isn't much. It's an escape pod, after all. Yeah, it's about as basic as you get. Emergency evacuation pod. If found, please return to rightful owner. Refund value 5 cents. Yeah, just me having a little fun, adding a little flavor text. I can't actually close the hatch from inside, can I? So yeah, basically, this is rigged up so that when it undocks, the hatch closes automatically. So yeah, it's just super basic escape pod functionality. It moves well enough, like quickly enough. Make a fast getaway if something's shooting at me. It has no special systems whatsoever, though. But I designed it to fit onto my escape pod racks that I've got here. Which, by the way, I've done just a tiny bit of aesthetic work on. You can kind of see those blue lights down there. I kind of like the effect that they have, set back that way and then covered with the iron bars. Or not iron bars, you know what I mean, the railings. Let's see. There we are. Get into build mode and show you what it looks like when it's properly docked. Again, very simple, very basic. Back in this view, I can activate a beacon. This would be for like if for whatever reason I've had to leave the pod, when we're out there loose. I can turn this on and make it easy to find again. Of course, the navigational indicators, that's not the point, right? It's all for RP value rather than actual utility. Alright, so I need to make 3 more and dock them, but that's a little tedious. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's see, let me get into the mothership. Oh yeah, and there was something else that I wanted to show actually before I start building. Oh, that's unexpected. That's got to be a bug. I was in the mothership. When I exit, it drops me back in the pod. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. And another thing. Was this... I guess the door was open. I think I hit this hatch. Yeah, that's right. Alright, that's cool. So I need to wire up the logic that will open this hatch when it's docked, I guess. I've actually forgotten what this button does, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is supposed to be... Yeah, I think this just runs a flip-flop. There we go. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, there was something else I wanted to show y'all. Right here, this is just a little test build that I put together. It's not meant to be an actual finished product of any kind. I've been putting some thought into these salvage tubes, like the mining tubes. Let me get into this, and then I'll zoom out there and show you what I've been thinking about. If you've been following this build, you know one of the big frustrations that I've had in redoing. Oh, here we are. In redoing this whole design. The original. This is like a heavy duty mining ship, right? And the original, basically, this whole tube would shoot out this massive, constant effect beam of salvage beams. And I mean, like, it was pretty much the shaft of mining output was actually almost the full diameter of these tubes, right? And it would, by alternating from one set to the other in a checkerboard pattern, it would have constant output without involving any cannon slaves. This is on old power, which is why I'm rebuilding the new one over here. But a while back, when I was trying to build the salvage tubes for the new version, I discovered that under Power 2.0, I can't get anywhere near that much output, and I was having some real issues with that. But I figured out what I can do about it. There used to be this glitch. Let's see, let me show you right quick how it works now, which is how it's supposed to work. Yeah, the clock quit on me. This is why I have fail safes. I don't have it right now on this, but having a fail safe is super important on a clock because it will randomly quit running. There we go. All right. Sorry. So now I'm back in the base. Let me trigger. I think both of these need to go. Alright, so you see that it fires this beam, and this is obviously not a salvage beam. It's not the point. It used to be that the way it would draw the beam is if the beam output were moving, the end point of the beam would not move. Actually, is it still doing that? I don't know. I used to get this weird graphical issue where if you're trying to move the output, it just didn't look right. I think it's at least partly fixed by the code that they did to like when they refactored the beam drawing code in the game. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just fooling myself, but I think I'm getting better results from that. In any case, it's definitely actually striking in a circle, whether it's drawing it properly or not. So what I'm actually going to do, and I think I'm going to do it while I'm streaming tonight, or at least start on it, is I'm gonna make the whole salvage tube spin. The original design, the salvage tube itself was stationary, and these little greebles along the sides here would turn around it to give the impression that there was this big mechanism rotating. But I think I'm going to reverse that, where these are actually part of a mounting bracket that's stationary, and the whole body of the tube spins. That way, with just a few beams in one quadrant of it, I can turn the whole thing. It won't be the same thing as having this massive shaft of energy coming out, but it should give me a really nice effect anyway, and it'll look more like a drill, which is what the whole design's kind of supposed to be anyway. Anyway, that's what I think I'm going to do tonight. So let me turn this off. There we go. Hop back in here. There we are. Yeah. And, well, actually, I don't know why I hopped back in here, because I was going to spawn in one of the salvage tubes. Good job, Aylad. You're really on top of things tonight. Thinking super clearly. Alright. Please tell me I have a salvage tube. Drill tube. I bet that's it. Men load. Alright. Whoa. Okay. F1, F8. Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay, cool. How many thrusters in it? I do. That means I can take it over closer to the ship. It's not very maneuverable, but it is flyable. Alright, so let me get it somewhat lined up. Okay. There we go. Alright, that's roughly the position I need it to be in, right? Yeah. It's close enough. I'm not going to try to get it exactly where I want it. Alright, so build mode. Okay, so the original design is going to be tricky to do, actually. The original design had this part right here with all these little greebles, doodads, bits and bobs. We're supposed to spin around a stationary tube. Now I need to reverse that, which means I need to switch in here, save this blueprint, drill tube. I'm going to call it drill tube bracket because that's what it's going to be now. Let's see. Duct. Good. There we go. Now that's out of the way. And I'll cut this out and replace it with a rail docker. There. Now inside, first of all, I need to get rid of the entire energy system. Well, no, not yet, because I'll need to test it to make sure I've got a good capacity on the salvage tubes. Let's see, the salvage tubes, I believe, are 50 long. I think that's right. Is that missile? Yeah, it's missile. In the original design, they weren't combined with anything. But that was when power worked different. So, yeah. Please tell me they were actually 50. Yep, that's right. Cool. I'm going to be so happy if this works properly. I have have worried and stressed and thought about the fact that I was not getting a good look out of my my salvage tubes. And this is finally actually the answer to that, I think. That's really exciting. See, I don't need the computer. I've already got the computer somewhere. Personal computer. Personal. Oh, right, of course. Here's where they are. Salvage computer. I'm going to rip all this out anyway, so yeah, I am going to go ahead and remove the computer. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. I will rip all this out, but again, I need to know that the power is going to be enough. So I'm going to leave the systems intact for right now. Yeah, good. Okay. And another line down here. I might just leave it there. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Well, I thought one of these is supposed to actually trigger the salvage computer, but I'll just add on a button for it. Oh wait, not a button. How about an inner ship remote? Okay. All right. So let's fire it and see what percentage power consumption we use. 18.4. All right. 18.4. So if I triple that for 3 salvage tubes, that means I'm using 55.2. Yeah. So I can't quite double the amount of salvage tubes in this one and then have 3 tubes if I want it all to run off the ship reactor. All right. Let me think about that a little bit. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to add 2 more. Actually, let me think. Here's the pattern I've got going. All right, what if I doubled this? Did it go back far enough? Oh, no, it doesn't. So what kind of size are we looking at here? Yes, I know structural integrity is screwed up. Isn't there a way for it to tell me how many modules I've actually got in the system? Oh yeah, 351. 350. That's not a divided by what? 5? 4? Yeah, so something's not even showing up right. I bet this one clips right here. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, well, let's see. Let me just undo this. Oh, that's where it was. Okay. So I was trying to figure out where I was missing a block because I could tell that I was. I'm going to end up ripping all this out anyway, and I don't need it for testing purposes. So out we come. All right, cool. So that would give me 352, which is 87? No, I don't know, 80 something. So I need to go back. I need to take these thrusters back a good bit. Let's see. What happens if I do that? Yeah, it's a little bit too far. Yeah, it's about where they are. Okay, cool. I guess I could set a filter where I'm only removing thrusters, but whatever. We'll do part of this intelligently, though. Because again, just like the logic I ripped out, I'm not going to need thrusters on this anymore. Don't need any of this stuff. Good. Let's see. Get my, oh, whoops, undo. Take this off. Get my 50 back. All right, I don't care for this song. All right. Now do I have 400? I don't. Dang it. 376. Which means that each one is, what's 36 divided by 4? 9. Okay, I've got 94. I've got rows of 94 in here. Trying to think where I can actually chop that out from. Let me just remove cargo area here. Very quick camera. Yeah. Got most of it. Pretty good. Okay. 1. Ah, stupid. Oh, hello. I don't know why that happened. It's getting to be slightly more frustrating than I thought it was going to be. All right. Slightly more frustrating than I thought it was going to be. Dang it. The reason why I ripped all that out is because I need a center one, right? Like that. So what do we actually have here? 99. Oh, I'm one short. What the heck? Fine, I'm one short. Boom. Okay. Now it should say 400. 397. What the heck? How? Said I was. What am I missing? I don't care. Whatever. I need to know. I want perfect 100 block groups. I'm going to be picky about it, dang it. Because I've worked long and hard on this thing. Alright, so this is definitely a 100 block group, right? Let me select to make sure no rogue blocks are showing up anywhere. They are! That's why. Okay. Now I understand slightly better. So, if I actually cut these off, then I'm left with 97. That's how much I have room for in a single line. 98. The heck? What do you think I just... sorry. Alright, that's a group of 100. Cool. So, now I have 196. Which means that something's going screwy with this group after all. I don't understand it. I don't understand how this line started life as 97 and this one is only 96. There's a hole here. Alright? Yep, I'm right. Okay. This should be 384. Well, except that I made it 5. Okay, so this should be, yes, 480 is correct. Okay, cool. All right, finally. So, make each group bigger by 4 blocks. Yes. Okay, now I should have exactly 500. I do. Nice. Okay, that was a lot more complicated than it needed to be. So let me get in here, let me fire it, and if it lights up less than 30, let's say less than 30%, but really less than 33% of my energy recharge, we're good to go. It's just me, or did nothing happen? There we go. 30.6% energy recharge used. We are good to go. So what that means is I can attach 3 of these babies to the main hull. Yes. I think. Let's see. One thing I want to check. I can't remember if I made the reactor on the main ship bigger or smaller than this 245 block one I have right here. So we're going to figure that out real quick. What did I just do? Oh. Right. Just going to jump over here, get in build mode, and inspect. See if I've got more than 245 power blocks in this one. $359. So yeah, that gives me a margin of error to run shield recharge, rail mass enhancers. I think are probably going to be pretty necessary. That's awesome. I think this is going to come out really well, actually. That's really, really great. All right, so let's see. Pop back over here. This is actually the most excited I've been about this build since I discovered I was going to have to scale back the number of salvage modules in here. Yeah, this is basically going to give me... It's not going to be constant firing. That's okay. I'm not sure how the new power is going to actually work out with that. I might be able to make it constant firing. I'll figure that out later, though. Oh, what the heck. Live a little. I'm going to figure it out right now. Alright, so... that means I need another salvage computer. I need... I'm not going to duplicate the center one. Just these on the fringe. Yeah, it's unobstructed. That's good. Right. Is this right? This is how I needed it? Yeah. Good. And I needed... again, just to increase the size of each group by 4. Just like that. And if I did that right, I've got another group of... oh, I've just added 400. So yeah, it's got an even 900. That's excellent. Okay. Cool. So after this goes off. I need a 2.5 second delay, which is going to be 5 delay modules. And then it's going to fire this. Let's see if power peaks at 30 something percent, 30.6%. Yeah, I think I've set this up right. Oh no, power consumption now is at 11%, 35.5. Oh, it does double. Dang, okay. So yeah, just for a bit, it is pulling way too much power, so I'm not going to be able to do that. That's unfortunate. Just back up until that computer disappears. There we go. Yeah. All right, so it's basically going to put out this kind of wavy line, and then the whole shebang is going to spin, and it's going to create a nice little drill effect, just like the original, but a little bit different from the original. And that's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and strip out the systems and logic here that I don't need anymore. Oh, probably need to leave that as is. Oh, and that too. All right. Come on. Come on. Oh, tell me you didn't crash. Come on. Come on. My game may have crashed. Doesn't usually stop this long. Yeah. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, right about the time I got the BRB screen put up, it unfroze. So all's well that ends well. Oh. Right now, of course, all I'm doing is just restoring it to its former glory, so to speak. Should do it. Cool. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move. Yeah. I'm going to move this whole shebang over just a bit. Make room for the bracket that I'm going to have to move in here. Right. Now spawn in a bracket. This is going to be fun to maneuver. Keeping in mind, I was never actually supposed to fly this. It was constructed in place. It was supposed to be left in place. The game is glitching right now, though. I am probably going to have to restart my game at some point. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll hold out. And I want this to all kind of line up reasonably well so that I can just sort of look and see where we are. Otherwise, I'm going to get all kinds of confused as I'm building this. And a confused Aylad is an unhappy, cranky, frustrated Aylad who rage quits. Aylad does not like being confused. Sorry for talking about myself in the third person. All right, so yeah, good. So from this view, which is why I moved it here, you can kind of see how the different segments of this bracket thing kind of line up with the skinnier points on the main tube. And what I need is to build in a bit more of a substantial docking system. Kind of debating with myself on how exactly I want to accomplish that. I think what I'm going to have to actually do is go ahead and just dock the two outlying segments together. I hope desperately that this works correctly. All right. That's the wrong rail anyway. I'm debating with myself whether I'm picky enough to care which direction it rotates. I think I'm going to go with this, though. Well, let's see. Trying to think, because this is on the rear, and it's going to be a real pain to try and maneuver either the tube or the bracket. I think what I'm actually going to do to get them docked together, where is it, is construct a pathway for it with these. Going to minimize the amount of maneuvering I really have to do. Let's see, do that one more time. Let's back up just a bit. Oh my gosh, I said a bit. It's glitching. Just a bit more. Yeah, it'll do. Okay. There. All right. And Let's see. Uh-huh. Might have been easier to do it the usual way. And that should be close enough to trigger, so clearly this thing is not cooperating. Now I'm just picking spots at random. Oh, these are so frustrating. They really are. Let's see. So in theory, this one should work. And it doesn't. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it's glitching. Alright, so I'm just going to... Huh. Alright, I'm just going to exit and try clearing the client cache, because obviously this is not behaving itself. Starmade's so frustrating with stuff like that, though. I love the game, but... And see, the way that I understand these to work, that should work right there. Okay. I've spent too much time on this. I mean, I really have. So I'm moving on. I'm just gonna have to deal with some maneuvering issues with the salvage tube thing here. maybe I can make this slightly easier. Yeah, there's a cavity right there. Yeah, good. Okay. So give me a camera. Bad things just happened, didn't they? Yep. Why? Alright, well, that means I need a front-facing camera. So I can steer this dang thing. Wait, no I don't. The heck? There we go. Does it think I'm docked to something? Well, let me steer. Or do anything. Yep, okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. Yeah, it popped me into this core when I hit down on the arrow, like the down arrow key. It honestly, it believes that I'm docked to it right now. Okay, let me try clearing the cache again. My gosh, Starmade, come on. This is like... Oh, wrong one. This is the worst. What is this? All right, of course. So do you think I'm docked to it or not? Come on, help me out here. I think that's what it thinks. Yeah. Oh, this is so awesome. I mean, this is really good right here. All right. Well, I undocked, whatever that means. My way over there, I'm going to set this to turn off. There we go, docked entities. $10 says as we get closer, I glitch somewhere else. Too far, too far, too far, too far. All right. Stop. Alright, this time I'm going to bypass the rail docker altogether. Just go straight for this. Alright, it worked. Okay, alright. I somewhat forgive you, Starmade. Oh, jeez, that's so messed up. But I'm in a forgiving mood because that actually worked. Alright, so now we are in this. It's good. With almost no thrust. Because even though I've got thrusters, I have very little power to run them with. Yeah, good. There's a good little gap there. That's what I needed. Uh-oh. Alright, move forward. This is an awkward, awkward bit of maneuvering here, actually. Oh, no, 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 don't glitch. Oh, man, no, stop. Oh, my gosh. Hate this. Alright, now just move straight forward, please. None of this glitch business. I just need to pull up alongside the ship and get something close to the right position. So I can kind of tell where I'm going to be attaching the bracket to the ship. Oh, I hate you. Alright, full stop. Jump out. Do I have thrust on this thing? I can't even remember. I took it off. Alright, so I'm going to attach some temporary thrusters to this. If I can't pull this up, oh, not cargo, then I will back this one up. It's a bit much. That'll do. Just temporary. This is probably also going to glitch, but I'm going to try it anyway, dang it. No, stop. Jeez. It gets worse every time. Okay. Yeah, no, I've got to go farther back. What the heck? Just... No, Windows, I do not want to turn on filter keys. What the crap is your problem? Jeez. Nice, nice. Well played, Windows. I wasn't already dealing with enough glitches. I had to deal with your stupidity, too. Alright, let's try this again. Every time. I honestly don't know what it's got against me lining these two vessels up. Like, there's... It does so well until I get to a certain distance. Or to a certain orientation relative to each other. And then it's just like, nope, sorry, we're going to make it even worse. Yep. Alright, well, I'm done. I hate this crap. Whatever. Just get me out of here. What I was trying to see is if I put the airlock right here, it's supposed to mate with this airlock right here, would that mean that the front of the tube sticks out too far? And really, I think it might. The alternative, which is even harder to judge without actually being able to orientate these properly, the alternative would be to put this airlock somewhere farther aft. And I guess that would probably mean somewhere in that little band. See, let me just see how it lines up over here. It won't be the same because the new ship's a little bigger. But the aft airlock is roughly right about there. So if I put it on the front half of that wide band, it's probably going to be pretty close to reasonable. Alright. I apologize for being kind of cranky about this, but that's so maddening. It's actually more irritating when I'm actually trying to navigate somewhere. But it's bad enough as is. Wait, it's not. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. Whatever. Right, so we're going to grab this. I'm just going to make a solid wall right along here. I like that, though. Yeah, like that. Exactly like that. Wait, that's not what I want. I want that. Okay, and this is going to be where one of the places where I have to like manually mesh up some logic, like wireless logic from structure to structure. Let's see, let me grab this. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to block this off right now. A lot of this is going to be replaced with logic type stuff, maybe? Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm going about this part the wrong way here. Maybe actually what I need is something a bit more like this. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's going to work a little better, actually. That way the logic won't be exposed from outside. Hopefully there's nothing that's going to do a glitchy collision error. I know there's nothing that's going to do an actual collision. But whether the game will realize that is a whole other business. Let's see. This actually needs to come out a bit. Like I can't just slap the airlock right there. That's for two reasons. First reason is the tube has to have room to spin without excuse me, without doing any collision errors against the side of the ship. The second reason is for cargo transfer reasons. I need to have a little bit of room for some storage blocks as kind of the intermediary between the storage that's going to be inside the tube and the storage that's going to be in the ship. Now that's going to be a neat little project, is getting that to work. But we shall see what we can do with this. Let's see. All right, a little bit of light for us. A little clumsy maybe, but whatever. It'll do. Oops. Yeah. This is a purely industrial space right here. But I don't want that last bit. Okay. Grab some orange hull. What did I actually use over here? Is this orange standard armor? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Just so the color matches a little better. Okay. Yeah, I think I do want both halves of this. I was debating whether I want both the rail docker and the basic rail, and yeah, the answer is yes, I do. Just for better versatility later on. If I decide that there's something else I want to do with this. Of course, I did it backward. There we are. Definitely not going to put a permission block right there, though. All right. Let's see. What do I need here? Yeah, I need to replace the scaffolding there with solid block, sadly. That's going to be to hide some logic. Let's see that. Now I'm going to put that in last. I want to be able to select through the opening there. So let's grab our logic. Alright, so this logic says, actually we're just going to cross tie these, I think. This logic says if anything's docked, then turn on the lights. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and pretend something's docked, so I do have light in here. Hang on just a second, I got to check something. Sorry about that. Let's see, what did I need to do here? Alright, so if this... Specifically, I guess if this one is docked to, which it doesn't matter if it also triggers when this one docks, but the... I need to switch this basic rail to whatever they're calling the rail that moves it off this stuff. Should be rail unload. That's going to involve tying this into some logic elsewhere, though, through the use of wireless. I don't know, unless I just replace this whole little bit right here, which, yeah, I think I probably should. Oh. Okay. You don't see that pipe, do you? You don't? Okay, cool. Well, of course you wouldn't. That was the wireless. Alright, so move it back one. So yeah, if that docks, we'll leave it right there for now. That docks, then I need a rail unload. Yeah, good. When it undocks, you need to tie that back into a basic rail. Right? So if it docks, oh, and I oriented them wrong. That's great. It docks, it's unloading, it's undocked, and that. Okay. Great. Just fix the orientations. And we're good to go. Nice. Okay, meanwhile, if this is hang on, let me think. If this is docked, this never needs to change, so that actually doesn't matter. It's cool. So the only thing docking here is going to do is turn on the lights. At least that's the only thing I've got right now. There will be one function a little bit later. This is going to be, let's see. Just put in a spacer here so I can keep my functions separate. Alright, so it types in or ties into the wireless logic. So I don't see the pipe. This is going to be a necessary thing if I'm going to rotate this. Is that? That's not an end. There's the end. There's it. There it is. All right. So basically, none of the spinny things work if this isn't docked. Right. Right. Okay. Good. Boy. Now we're going to get us a wireless logic module right here. We're going to get us a display module so that we can label our wireless. This is going to be fire. Whoa. Fire the beams. Right? I can clean that up, make it pretty later. This is also going to be tied into this because nothing should rotate if the beams aren't firing. It's not quite 100% how I had it set up on the old one, but I'm rolling with this time. All right. Too far. Too far? Yeah, too far. Alright, so that's 8. Well, is that 8? That's 8. I only need one more anyway. Alright, cool. These are going to control the rotation. Yeah, okay. So far so good, I think. Please tell me I'm doing this right. So that's on. That's on. It turns. And it should keep turning because I've got 9 active activation modules in there. Guys, it's turning. It's turning. That could have been a lot worse. Just me, or am I missing something there? It's going to be a right pain to sort out. Let's see, let me grab. I'm sure it's not going to let me do this. It did. I thought it wouldn't let me place it. But I guess since those rods that it's going through are non-colliding anyway, why not? Sweet. I can't believe this is working. I did not see that coming. I didn't really think it was going to work that easily. And then if I deactivate the signal to fire, I'm sure it's going to finish the rotation anyway. Am I right? It's so big and so slow, it's kind of hard to tell when it has finished a rotation. Okay, this should be the last quarter turn, though. Yeah! Alright. Oh, man. That actually worked. That actually worked. Alright, so there's obviously some things that need to be sorted out a little bit, right? Like, it needs to be faster. I get that. Other than that, I mean, it is working. And I need to mock up some kind of way that this supposedly is going to transfer the cargo in. And I'm just really not sure what that's going to look like. Because whatever it is has got to hold enough cargo blocks, whatever you call them, storage blocks, to effectively be able to transfer materials over. So that's going to be interesting. on the ship, I may have to bring like an extension of this kind of down to make it look like a cargo transfer point. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So that would mean that what I'm doing right here is just kind of bringing this down. We can do this with symmetry, I suppose. Bring this down kind of like this. Oh, no, 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 no. Did not mean to do that. Please tell me you kept the links here. Let's see. Yeah. And no. Okay. Good. And I'm not going to wedge this in. I'm just going to leave it kind of abrupt like that. I think it's going to be all right. In fact, I might even just do this. Same reason. Okay, this doesn't give me very much, but it gives me almost nothing. Yeah. I need more. I need more space for storage blocks. Yeah, it gives me an extra 9 from what I had, which is not much, but it's important because I need a hatch over this, so like I can't fill it completely. All right, so, and I'm going to be able to squeeze in some of these elsewhere too. Like they don't all have to go right here. Yeah, I'll park that right there. Okay, so that's not very much cargo, but it's going to have to do. Yeah. So yeah, on the ship, I'm just going to need to build an extension on this color, and I'll go ahead and duplicate it on this one. And that'll be all right. I won't mind that. Um, yeah, I've got some other logic work I need to do on that too. So yeah, what ifs. Right. So that's cool. Let me kind of shell in the back of this at least. Which means I need to cancel symmetry before I really screw up. See, I can go ahead and put it in right here though. This actual center line, nah, it's a little low. So I want the actual center line right on the old parts of the bracket. Kind of like this. Hopefully this will still spin. Yeah, it should. It should. This may not. Let's find out. Nope, apparently not. What? Blocked? You can't be serious. Oh, come on. Where? See, this is what I was talking about. There should be nothing causing collision that wasn't already causing collision. Okay, what is that? That's probably what's causing all my troubles. Yeah, just a stray block somewhere. I misclicked. Or symmetry dropped it in or something stupid like that. That'll be it. Alright, so let me see if I can find it in here then. Yeah, yeah, it is symmetry. Okay, well that explains that. Um, all right, so that's the limit of the undo, and it's still moving smoothly. So yeah, that's cool. What about this? I think that'll work. This might work. Yeah, that's plenty. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, so far so good. This part's a little obnoxious because I know it's not actually blocking it. So I'm just spamming right click. Ah. Ha, now I can't even replace the block I took out for that. That's awesome. There we go. I actually think I'm going to leave that one as is. I don't think it takes away from anything. It adds a little visual interest, so I'm not just doing this in and out thing all the way back. In fact, I'm probably going to leave these thrusters right there and try to expose them somehow. I think that could be really interesting. All right. Good. Let's see. I need. Where are they? Do they still use rail mass enhancers? Yeah, they do. Okay, good. I haven't heard that those have been taken out, but you never know. I think there's chambers that do similar jobs now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what I want? Yeah, because I'm not going to expose all of them. That's pretty cool. All right. So even with the storage inside this full, this should speed it up a little bit. Oh no 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 no! You didn't. No, you didn't, dude. Don't you dare! What the heck? I didn't change anything. Mm-hmm. Didn't change anything that should have affected anything anyway. Oh, what? This whole outline selecting thing definitely made it a lot easier to find that misplaced cargo block. I literally never would have been able to find it without that. That's really cool. I'm sure, though, that this time there's nothing like that going on. Because this time symmetry was not on. And it was spinning, and then all of a sudden it just quit. So that's frustrating. Let's see. Let's activate it again. See what. Whoa. See what happens. Yeah, it's definitely getting hung up somewhere. How about now? Are you just scrubbing on this? Is that what it is? No? Maybe? You can't actually make up your mind if you're colliding or not. Oh my gosh. Frustration. I think that's it, though. I think it's right there that it's hanging up. And you saw it, though. It was working fine. And then it just quit for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Hmm. Okay, well, that's working again. Jeez. Okay, this song. This song is going away. Say goodbye to this song. Alright, well, it's turning. Alright, let's see how badly I can screw things up with symmetry again, shall we? Oops. For example, what if I do something crazy like this? Is that actually going to work? I think it's actually going to work. How about that? Yeah, that way I've got kind of a cap surrounding this a little bit. Or at least I will have. That's pretty neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got a radius of about 6. Pop in a build helper. Circle. That position right there. See if I can make this work. Let's see, I can actually take that out now. There we go. Probably don't actually want to do that. Yeah, I probably just want to make this solid. Well, hang on. I don't know if I'm thinking about this clearly. Actually, let's just rip all this out. Because I'm not going to need the thrusters, and I'm not going to need the stabilizers. So really, I don't even know what I'm doing back here. Just get rid of symmetry, jump into this, and rip out the power system, because it's totally unnecessary at this point. Let's see. Selection, pick the camera. And we're just gonna destroy everything. So I probably should have gone ahead and left symmetry in. There we go. There we go. All right, take out the stabilizers now. Oh, camera. Originally, I was going to leave the reactors and stabilizers in because originally I wanted the option, maybe, of someday converting the tube into a drone, but it's not going to work out. So why worry about it? Hey, now there. Let's see. I no longer have the computer in place, do I? Huh, that's embarrassing. Let's see. Let's find the salvage computer. Yeah, right there. I'm going to think strategically about where it needs to be placed. I think that is the most strategic spot. Good. Finish off these groups by attacking the 4 on the front. Good. Now I've got exactly what I wanted from the get-go. Well, not from the get-go, but from the start of the stream at least. Boy, there's some weird business going on here. Graphically, this is so confusing. But yeah, okay. This'll do. This'll do. Yeah, okay. I put this in the wrong spot. Okay, so that seals that up, and I didn't have to do some big ridiculous cap back on this piece. So that's awesome. Having said that, I'm still going to do some kind of cap structure back here, but it's not going to be quite that big or ridiculous. Alright, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Just going to make it a little bit asymmetrical here. Alright. Is it sticking out too far? Please tell me no. I don't think it is. No, that's about as far as I can go, but it's not too far. I think. Yeah, nothing else comes out as far as those docking collars there, so that's fantastic. There's going to be very little room between this, I think, and the shield capacitor, but that's fine. Like, I want it to look like it's somewhat compact. That's great. I think this is going to work out really well. All right. Grab this. Yeah. All right. So far, so good. Oh. Ah. There we go. Alright, so it's going to work out how all this is going to look. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see the form with that cargo area highlighted, but I think it's going all right. This is where I'm kind of running a little blind. Like, I don't really know what I need to do here. That's okay. I generally figured out eventually. Or probably I'm just going to cut it right here. In astronaut mode, I want to be able to access this and this. Oh, that was the wrong block. Or the wrong spot for that block, rather. Alright. I think I'm about to get this figured out. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I'll just leave that there. And here's where I'm going to get a little bit more creative with it. Maybe. Let's see. There, this. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just want to cut these out. There we go. Got a little bit of radiation venting right there. That'll do. Okay. Boy, okay, yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. I'm getting tired. I'm getting fairly exhausted. So I'm gonna do one more thing, if I'm able. May not be able. I'm gonna go ahead and dock this to right here, if it'll let me. Just so I can see what effect the mass enhancers have when they're actually powered, because right now it's not. And then after that, which will probably be incredibly frustrating, I'm gonna call it quits. So yeah, let's see if we can make this happen. I'm gonna need a camera. Feel pretty certain about that. So that I can line this up as carefully as possible. Yeah, just like that. Alright. Got our rail docker down there. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh my gosh, it didn't. Of course it didn't work. But look, that's much faster. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Oh my gosh, that didn't work. Oh jeez. It's never gonna let me get close enough either. It's gonna glitch out on me the way it has been. Just build up a little momentum. I'm gonna save the blueprint while I'm drifting along here. Drill tube. February 16th. Really 17th by now, I guess, but whatever. Huh. Now it's not turning at all. That's because it turned that off. Hey, well, the logic works. Well, I'm afraid to go any faster than that because, of course, the faster I go, the harder it's going to be to slow down again. But while I'm drifting along, I'm going to go ahead and grab a quick screenshot. Kind of like this angle because it kind of mirrors the thumbnail that I started the original build with. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, I just got a solid black screenshot. There we go. Very nice. Oh, crap. I just realized something. I was going to put 3 of these on the ship. And that means that they don't dock directly to the ship. They dock to... There's going to be an extra mounting bracket. So that kind of sucks. That's an extra thing I'm going to have to build. I don't know. I may not do that. We'll see how it looks with just the 1. I really did want 3, though. Alright, so I'm attempting to adjust my direction a little bit. I don't know how well this is actually going to work. Probably a moot point. It's probably going to just teleport me out somewhere anyway. Yep, sure did. I hate everything. Except for the speed that turns at, because that is magnificent. It really is, though. Alright, flight mode, build mode. I don't think it's letting me place any blocks. Is it? It's not. Yeah, so it's, you know what? It is actually where it's supposed to be, I think. Oh, what? Jeez. Stupid symmetry. Whatever. Yeah, maybe when I reload the game it'll be all together. I don't know. I'm gonna exit now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this despite all the bugs. Maybe you've enjoyed it because of all the bugs. Who knows? It's gonna look really sweet though when it finally gets going. Let me see. Can I? Whee! Alright, so yeah, because this isn't slaved into logic now, I can just go ahead and shoot. Oh, look at that. I mean, is it as impressive as the original would have been? No, it's not. But still, it looks darn cool. It's going to tear up some asteroid, too. That's awesome. Okay, so there's only like, what, 5 beams coming out of it? I grant you that that's not incredibly impressive. The reason why I'm so excited about it is because the what I was stuck doing on this ship was just so much weaker looking, even though it had more beams. And I was only going to be able to do 2 tubes, whereas with this I should be able to do 3. Like, this is a huge difference. This is a massive improvement in a lot of ways. So I'm actually completely happy with this. It's going to look really good when there's 3 of them going together. Yeah. Alright, well anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have a feeling that at least a pretty good chunk of what I built tonight is going to be completely redone next time I stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.